Hello, my name is Robin Henderson. I'm the interim chief of police for the Austin Police Department. I'm joined by members of the Austin Police Department executive staff, in addition to members of our command staff, also the Office of Police Oversight Director, Ms. Gail McCant, in addition to our Forensics Department Director, Dr. Dana Cadavy. I want to start by saying that we are in the early stages of this investigation, and all of the information is preliminary at this time and subject to change as the investigation progresses. However, I will review a timeline of the events as we know them now. At approximately 1:18 p.m., Austin Police Department officers responded to a gun hotshot call at 501 East Howard Lane, where the caller stated that a male was in a parking lot firing a rifle. At approximately 1:19 p.m., officers were assigned to the call, and the first unit arrived on scene at approximately 1:25 p.m. A second officer arrived on scene shortly thereafter. As the two officers drove through the parking lot, one of the officers communicated over the radio that a male standing in the parking lot had pointed a rifle at them as they drove past him. At the same time, there were numerous residents walking in the parking lot. At approximately 1:27 p.m., both officers exited their marked police units and took cover behind vehicles. They communicated over the radio that the suspect continued to point the rifle at them, and one officer stated that he was unsure if it was a rifle or a BB gun. At approximately 1:28 p.m., the suspect yelled towards the officers that he wanted the officers to shoot him as he stood behind a van. Officers continued to give verbal commands to the male, identifying themselves as Austin police officers, and to drop the weapon. At approximately 1:29 p.m., Air 1 was paged out to assist officers, and within that same minute, one of the officers announced that shots were fired and the suspect was down, as one of the officers had discharged his department-approved firearm at the suspect, striking him. EMS was immediately called to the scene. At approximately 1:30 p.m., officers started rendering medical aid to the suspect. At approximately 1:48 p.m., the suspect was pronounced deceased on scene by EMS. This officer-involved shooting incident was captured on the officer's body-worn cameras. Per APD policy, video relating to this incident will be released within 10 business days. The one officer who discharged his department-approved firearm has 4.5 years of service with the Austin Police Department, and per APD protocol, the officer will be placed on administrative duty. APD will conduct 2 concurrent investigations into the officer-involved shooting: a criminal investigation conducted by the APD Special Investigations Unit in conjunction with the Travis County District Attorney's Office, and an administrative investigation conducted by the APD Internal Affairs Unit with oversight from the Office of Police Oversight. As we learn more details, we will share them with you. Anyone with details is encouraged to call APD Special Investigative Unit at 512-974-8640 or Capital Area Crime Stoppers at 512-472-8477. For the Capital Area Crime Stoppers submissions, you can submit a tip online at austincrimestoppers.org, and you may remain anonymous. Again, the investigation is in its early stages, and the information is preliminary and subject to change as the investigation progresses. However, I will take a few questions at this time.
Were there any issues with anybody else in the complex? We heard over the dispatch radio that there may have been a call for additional units for some crowd control.
There is additional information for crowd control. Please note that as officers were arriving on scene, residents were coming out just to observe what had occurred, and that's why the additional officers were called to the scene.
Do you know how many gunshots were actually fired? It sounded like there was at least some that prompted the 911 calls, but do you know, was he actually shooting at anything and how many times?
That information is unknown at this time.
Last question.
Some residents have shared
Yes. As officers were responding, please know that we were attempting to make the scene safe in addition to render medical aid. It wasn't until we were able to get enough units on scene to where we could properly make sure that the body was protected from public view. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Chief. Eventually, we're gonna have to do a good story with you.